not even throttled up. We're just cruising. Well, it floats. We are finally getting the bench put in, getting the motor put on, and we're going to do a test ride of this boat in this video. So hang around to the end. We're going to go on the maiden voyage. I really just need a reliable vessel to go up and down the river, to and from fishing spots, to and from duck hunting spots. So I'm going to set this boat up with that in mind. Let's get the motor put on and figure out exactly where I want to put this bench. I've already scratched the paint. So I've already scratched the paint right there. So I don't know how strong that Duralux paint is really going to be. Rattle can might have been the way to go. That rattle can always just seems to stick to whatever surface really well. But motor is on. That makes me happy to see. It's actually starting to look like a duck hunting boat. I'm gonna head and grab my seat here so I can get a better visual. And I may find in time that I don't want this seat here at all. I just need some kind of little cushion here to sit on, keep this thing out of the way. That thing cranked the first pull after 2 weeks of sitting. I know they talk about these little Predator motors being Harbor Freight junk, but they crank up right away when you take care of them. It is finally time for the maiden voyage. It's actually been 2 weeks since I panned this thing. We are headed to the lake for the maiden voyage. Rhea's first trip down to the lake house. We're going to test ride the boat, see if little Rhea wants to get in the lake. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Now we're going to find out how good Leo's welds are, see if we got any leaks. I've already got some rainwater in here that doesn't make it under those ribs. That boat's sitting, riding pretty good with that motor and weight on there. We're about to see how it rolls. Well, it floats. It works. It'll take a little while to figure out this motor, because these things definitely have a sweet spot depending on how high or low you put them in the water. We're just kind of getting a feel for it right now.
Here they come.
Is this cool, buddy? We're not even throttled up. We're just cruising. Think this will go up the river? I think so. We only got about a quarter throttle here, just feeling things out. We'll open it up here in a second. Got about half throttle here, definitely picked up the speed. I feel like we're moving now. Moving good now? Pretty good. About half throttle. Oh no, we got company. Oh yeah. Bye. Put your hand on that. We gotta keep it up out of the water until we're ready to go, okay? Push it away from you to go the other way. There you go. Kind of opposite of a steering wheel. There you go. It'll take a little to get used to. It's a little different. Push it and straighten it back out when you're ready. Like that. boat is dry, dry, dry. The only water in it's from my feet coming in. The back all here is really dry. Before we got in it, we checked it. Everything is nice and dry. Thumbs up to Leo. He sealed me up nice and tight. Transom's really strong. I did have a fail. I didn't tighten that quite enough, and that torqued up on me. So I need to tighten that down before I go full throttle. But with me and the two boys in it, no problem at all. Only went half throttle, and even that will be plenty of speed. So we are back to the house after a very successful maiden voyage. The motor ran good, with the exception of the motor almost falling off. That was a fail. Had to throw a crescent wrench on that and really tighten her down. The motor ran fantastic. We never went over half speed, and that boat pushed me and the two boys no problem. I went ahead and put a single rivet on either side of this bench. I got it figured out just about where I want it, but I don't want to overcommit and put too many more rivets in it. So I want to do a couple tests with some weight up front, like just a battery and a trolling motor and some supplies without the boys. So I don't want to commit too much here, but I think I've got it figured out where I want it. The weight distribution, going back and looking at the videos, look pretty good. It wasn't riding too low in the water. Tells me I'm not too far back. I could slide forward still just a little bit yet. All things considered, for our budget of $1,000, we came in at $1,050, so we're gonna call that even, close enough. And we've got us a boat that is nice and strong and not leaking, good transom. The motor seems to run fine. I think we are ready for the river. We bought a coconut. I don't think we've ever bought one. How do you open this thing? But thank you to everybody that's followed me during this build process. If you didn't catch the previous videos, go back and watch them. I'll link them all right here at the end. Really appreciate the support, the feedback. People telling me this paint, it needed 2 weeks to set up, and they were correct. It's a lot stronger now, I can tell, about 3 weeks after painting. So thank you for all the dialogue, all the feedback. But until the next video, appreciate you watching. God bless. Take care. Raya. Oh yeah, good girl. Hey, girly girl. Hey, I'm okay. That was a good first run.